Hello comic book fans, today we're talking about WildCard. This is another comic book from Zaid Comics. This is it's a short story, but it's very interesting on how it is told. It is told from someone else's perspective, and you understand that as you get into the book. Now, we see this ship and we see these pirates, these travelers of sorts, and obviously they come across these three beautiful women, and something happens, right? Especially from what the story is telling us, something very dark is about to happen because it seems like it's too good to be true. And they see them in the distance, and obviously, me reading this, I'm like, they have to be like sirens or something, right? Like, that's what the story is leading up to. They have to be something else other than human, these beautiful women that are being described. And even the story is kind of giving it away on, the wording and terminology that is being used. And honestly, it was probably like the worst stops that these guys could have made because they ended up having to fight for their lives. Because as soon as they, go to shore on whoever these women are or what makes them actually stop, then they come across these creatures, right? These unholy, these unnatural looking creatures, and they ended up having to fight and battle them. And again, the art in this book, it only helps the story, right? It's a certain vibe and it's a certain style that I very much enjoy. And the part that's not being enjoyed is how these pirates are having to defend themselves against these unholy creatures that are now trying to attack and eat them. And again, the story and how it's being told is being told from somebody else's perspective. So that leads you to think that somebody possibly survived this and now is telling the story of what happened. Or is it from a possibly another more darker perspective? And again, we see these creatures and how they look, and the main guy in this story, he's using his powers and he's using his own abilities to defend himself and defend off these things that are after him, possibly thinking probably the captain of the ship. And even though this was a short story, I wish like there was more of this, but this seems like a very cool concept. And like they got these winged creatures in here. It was very creative with what these things are. And again, the women try to lure them in, but honestly it's too late. And then we get that that nice panel of another creature that's flying through the sky. These are obviously some form of like the winged creatures, at least the women are. And then you had the other one, the freaking skeleton monster. This is like a island of like horrors that they are about the story. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.